Hi, madam. My name is Muhammad Fidas. I'm taking BCF. I'm going to explain about permutation. Before we proceed, we need to understand the symbol of factorial or exclamation mark used for this subject, this topic. For example, n factorial is equal to n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times dot dot dot, whereby n is an integer, is derived from multiplication rule. Is to simplify it, instead of writing down from 100 times 99 times 98 times dot 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 times up to 1. For instance, we can just write 100 factorial, which saves time and simpler. Moving on to the what is the definition for permutation, is a technique that determines the number of possible arrangement of possible ways in a set when the order of the arrangements matters. Moving on to the general formula, which is NPR is equal to n factorial over n minus r factorial. If repetition, the formula will be n factorial over x factorial times y factorial over z factorial, where the x factorial represent y factorial and z factorial represent the number of repetition for that object's repetition. For example, the repetition of 5 letters word that contains, for example, 2 A's and 2 E's, then the number of different ways to arrange them is 5 factorial over 2 factorial, which represent A's, and another 2 factorial, which represent E's, which gives us 30. And the n for the formula represent the number of different objects, whereby the r represents the number of objects taken in time, where r is less than or equal to n, or else is the formula is invalid. Moving on to the example. The example 1, in how many different ways can the letters of the word leading be arranged in such a way that the vowels always come together? For the solution, leading, the total letter for the leading is 7 letters altogether. So to solve them, tie the vowels together into one. E, A, I will become one letter, and then the balance will be L, D, N, and G, which gives us 4 plus 1, which is the E, A, I, which is 5. So 5, these letters can be arranged in 5 factorial times with the 3 factorial, which is the letter, the vowels E, A, I that we type them together can be arranged in 3 factorial, which gives us the answer 720 ways. For the second example, in how many different ways can the letter details be arranged in such a way that the vowels occupy only the odd position? For this matter, the odd position, which is 1, the position number 1, number 3, and number 5, which is A, E, A, I, which is 3 letters. So we can arrange them in 3 factorial ways, which is 6. Then the balance is D, T, and L, which is also 3 letters that we can arrange them in 3 factorial ways. Therefore, it will give us 6. So the total possible arrangement will be 3 factorial times 3 factorial, which is 6 times 6, which is 36. Moving on, I will pass on to Ha. Thank you.
Okay, so my name is Haridlan. I'm from BICT. Okay, for the combination is a way of selecting items from a collection where the order of selection does not matter. So assume we have a set of 3 numbers P, Q, R. Then how many ways we can select 2 numbers from each set is defined by combination. Okay, so next, this is the formula for the combination. Okay, N is the set of population, N is the set or population. Okay, R subset of N or sample set. Okay, the exclamation mark is known to be the factorial operator. Okay, so next, for the difference between permutation and combination. the number of ways to arrange things. For permutation, the number of ways to arrange things, and for the combination, the number of ways to choose things. For permutation, order matters, and for combination, order doesn't matter. And for permutation, these are for lists, and combination are for groups. Okay, that's all. Next, Dana.
Hello, madam. My name is Tansilan, and then I'll be explaining about two questions from combination. So the first question is from a group of 7 men and 6 women. 5 persons are to be selected to form a committee so that at least 3 men are there on the committee. So we must choose a group where 7 men. We must choose a group which has at least 3 men. So we may have 3 men, 2 women, 4 men, 1 woman, or 5 men only. So the solution will be 7C3 times 6C2, 7C4 times 6C1 plus 7C5. So the answer will be 756. So the next question is, in how many ways can a group of 5 men and 2 women can be made out of 7 men and 3 women? So we must choose 5 men from 7 men and 2 women from 3 women. So the solution will be 7C5 times 3C2, which is 63. So that's all from us. Thank you, madam.